Officer Jerry Minton. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Plano Police Department. Are you all ready? All right. This is going to be an update from the homicide investigation that began last night. I'll recap that real quick, and then we'll fill you in on what the update is going to be for this afternoon. On Wednesday, July the 9th, 2025, about 4:15 p.m., officers from the Plano Police Department responded to a welfare concern in the 6,000 block of Water Street. Officers did not get a response at the location, so they made entry into the residence and discovered a female that was inside, unresponsive, and Plano Fire Rescue came in for assistance, and the victim was pronounced deceased at the scene. At that time, we began the investigation as a homicide, which is typical for any unattended death, especially when we're called to the location for a welfare concern and find a person that is deceased. The investigation from last night ended up expanding to other cities because we were looking for a person that we believe was involved in the victim becoming deceased, and that encompassed Plano Police Department and also the East Texas U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. So they were providing assistance with us as well as other area local agencies, both in Collin County, and it ended up being in Tarrant County. And with that information, I'll turn it over for what transpired today in Euless to Officer Kilman.
Good afternoon. I'm Officer Tyler Kilman. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Euless Police Department, and this is an update on how the homicide investigation from Plano entered the city of Euless. At about noon, our officers received information that the Plano PD homicide suspect had entered the city of Euless. The suspect had an active arrest warrant for the charge of murder. One of our patrol officers operating a marked patrol vehicle located the vehicle as it entered the 1200 block of Fuller-Weiser Road into an apartment complex. The officer utilized his emergency lights and initiated a traffic stop, and the suspect pulled over into a parking spot. Our officer was immediately joined by plainclothes officers from the Plano Police Department, and they began coordinating their efforts. Almost immediately after this, the suspect posed a threat to the officers, and there was an exchange of gunfire. Our officers secured the area. The suspect was pronounced deceased at the scene. This remains an ongoing investigation by the Euless and Plano Police Departments. There were no injuries to officers or other civilians at the time, and the Euless Police Department is grateful for the active, quick response by our friends with the Plano Police Department. Thank you.
I just wanted to reiterate, too, with the collaborative effort between Plano Police Department, Euless Police Department, and the U.S. Marshals East Texas Fugitive Task Force, they were able to locate the suspect today and try to take him into custody, which unfortunately ended up in his being confronted with deadly force. And that's really about all that we can release at the time, because it's being investigated, like Officer Kilman said, by Euless Police Department on their end, and then we also have our own internal professional standards unit investigating the actions of our officers as well. No, I've not been authorized to release the name of the suspect or the victim at this time, making sure that the next of kin is positively notified. No, the only thing I know is that they did know each other, but I don't know any relation to them at all.
Was there any forced entry into the apartment, or did it look like they were together?
The only forced entry I'm aware of is by the police department when we went in and found the victim deceased.
So who called that 911 welfare check? Like a family member or a friend of her, or was it the suspect?
I don't know any information on that. None of that information has been given. The information that we just presented last night and today is all the information that I have been made privileged to have. So any other information would have to be coming at a later time.
And then when you say pose a threat to the officer, what does that mean exactly?
Those are some details that we can't get involved in because it's still under investigation. So that's going to have to come out at a later time too, and that will have to be handled by the Euless Police Department.
But he did fire shots during the exchange of gunfire?
That's part of the investigation. So and I understand, we're being very vague simply because I don't know. I wasn't given that information. Euless Police Department's investigating that, and like any officer-involved shooting, that information normally is kept very close to the vest and not being broadcast out early on in the investigation. Keep in mind, this only happened just a couple hours ago. So you're very early on this. You're in the infancy stages of an investigation. And if there's going to be any other comments that's going to be made on the shooting, it's going to have to come from the Euless Police Department.
Did he have ties to Euless though, or was he just passing through Euless?
He did have some ties. He did have some ties to Euless. That's why Euless Police Department is also looking for him as well. And with that, that's all the information that we can provide to you at this time regarding this case.
Do you know how many officers engaged the suspect?
Do what?
Do you know how many officers engaged the suspect?
No, I do not. I don't have any information like that at all whatsoever. Like I said, that's all the information that we can release at the time.
What about the arrest warrant for the suspect? What was that? What was he wanted for?
Oh, the arrest warrant was for murder that was issued out of Collin County.
Is there a timeline on when you'll release money footage?
Well, we can't put up a timeline on that because we don't know.